What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, B-Boy Faction, and tonight I'm going to do my WWE SmackDown review and highlights. So you guys can hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. This was a pretty good episode of SmackDown. This show was pretty good for what it was. Anyway, we kicking things off in your ring segment. Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, and Jey Uso. Roman Reigns says he did what he said he was going to do. It's time to move on to the future. The future seems to be Edge. Edge is wasting his time going to NXT this past week. If Edge wants to be in the main event, there is no choice. Roman Reigns says Edge should be out here begging for him to allow him on the island of irrelevance. Roman Reigns wants to know why he's out here first. Roman Reigns demands Paul Heyman to get Edge out here. Paul Heyman tells a stagehand to hit Edge music. Edge never came out. Roman Reigns yells that Edge must think he's a fool. The last person who thought he was a fool was Kevin Owens. He isn't here anymore. Roman Reigns demands that Edge gives him his decision by the end of the show. Alright then, let's move on. King Corbin versus Dominic. We've seen this match 3 weeks in a row, but I did not really care about this match. The match was quick. As Dominic and his father make their entrance, Corbin attacks him on the stage. Corbin tosses Mysterio off the stage. After the break, Corbin works over Dominic in the ring. Dominic fires up and hits a frog splash for the win. The winner of the match, Dominic Mysterio. Alright, but one question I want to ask you guys. Where is Murphy? We haven't seen Murphy after he defeated Seth Rollins. Well, but where's Murphy at? Who knows? But I know that Seth Rollins is returning to this next week Friday SmackDown, so I can't wait to see Seth Rollins on next week's Friday Night SmackDown. Alright, the winner of the match, Dominic. Alright, let's move on. So we get Big E backstage. Big E says tonight they are going to fight. So we get Daniel Bryan versus Cesaro. Daniel Bryan, this was decent, but Daniel Bryan has been on a losing streak. And I also heard that Cesaro has signed a contract with WWE. So that's all I gotta say. It says Daniel Bryan lands a few kicks. Cesaro and Bryan trade strikes. Daniel Bryan back body drops Cesaro out of the ring. Daniel Bryan dives off the top and hits a crossbody. Daniel Bryan sends Cesaro back into the ring for a missile dropkick. Daniel Bryan works on Cesaro's arm. Cesaro almost hits the Swiss Death uppercut, but Bryan reverses it into a backslide. Bryan almost locks in the yacht lock, but Cesaro escapes. Cesaro attempts a springboard, but Daniel Bryan kicks him out of the air. Bryan stomps on Cesaro's head over and over again. Daniel Bryan calls for the running knee. Cesaro counters with a rack into a backbreaker. Cesaro's head is bleeding. Cesaro swings Bryan and locks in the sharpshooter. Daniel Bryan taps out. The winner of the match, Cesaro. Now this leads to after the match, Cesaro fist bumps Daniel Bryan before leaving the ring. So basically, Cesaro going his separate ways, and Cesaro is a babyface now. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with that. So I can't get mad about that. All right, backstage, Bianca Belair is with Kayla Braxton, Kayla Braxton looks so beautiful, by the way. But anyway, let me continue. Footage of Bianca Belair's mother and father watching her win the Royal Rumble is showing. That was my prediction, and I called it down the middle that Bianca Belair is going to win the Royal Rumble for the women's division. All right, let's move on. All right, what was I? It says Bianca Belair, footage of Bianca Belair's mother and father watching her win the Royal Rumble is shown. Kayla Braxton asks Belair who she is going to pick to face at WrestleMania. Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania main event. That would be awesome. That's something that everybody can get right behind on. But anyway, let me continue. I just had to put that out there. Bianca Belair says everyone is telling her to wait, but she's the EST, and she's going to do this her own way. Bianca Belair will make her choice soon. So we get Bayley versus Ruby Riott. This match was fine for what it was. It was fine for what it was. But all I can say about Billie Kay is three things. She's annoying, god awful, and terrible at the same time. Alright, but let me continue. Ruby Riott lands the Riott kick early, but Bayley kicks out. Bayley launches Ruby Riott into the top turnbuckle. Riott hits hard. Riott is screaming, clutching at her shoulder. Bayley gets a near fall. Bayley works on Riott's shoulder. Riott surprises Bayley with an arm drag off the second rope. Bayley sends Riott into the bottom rope. Bayley stunts Riott on the second rope. Bayley locks Riott in the money clip. Billie Kay gets on the apron and tries to push the bottom rope to Riott so she can break the hold. Morgan pulls Kay off the apron and yells at her. Ruby Riott reverses Bayley's submission into a pin. Bayley kicks out. Riott tries the Riott kick again. Bayley counters into her own finisher for the win. The winner of the match, Bayley. After the match, Billie Kay runs up to Bayley and give her a copy of her headshot and resume. Edge arrives at the arena. Alright, let's move on. So we get a ring segment. Bianca Belair says she won the Royal Rumble. She says she won the Rumble. Her whole life changed. Belair lists her possible opponent for WrestleMania. Belair puts over Sasha Banks and Asuka as great champions. Reginald interrupts. Reginald says Bianca Belair should go after Asuka. Reginald says Belair can't beat Sasha Banks or even Carmella. Carmella walks to the ring and says she's beaten Sasha Banks twice, and she beats Belair too. Last time I checked, Carmella lost to Sasha Banks twice. That's all I gotta say. Sasha Banks walks to the ring. Sasha Banks says she's not looking in her rear view. She's focusing on the future. But Bianca Belair got her attention. Sasha Banks has been watching Bianca Belair. Sasha Banks says she's known Bianca Belair is the fastest and the strongest, but last at the notion of her being the best. Sasha Banks and tells Bianca Belair to choose her if she should choose her. For everything that Bianca Belair has, she doesn't have the championship. Reginald steps in and tells Bianca Belair if she chooses Sasha Banks, she is going to lose. Bianca Belair whoops Reginald with her hair. That part was hilarious. Carmella and Sasha Banks look on with smiles on their faces. Reginald had that coming. Backstage, Sami Zayn says everyone is against him. His documentary crew has been filming every minute of it. Tonight, Zayn reclaims his championship. The champions of the people. Paul Heyman tells Roman Reigns Edge has arrived. So we get Otis and Chad Gable versus Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. This match I did not care about, but I didn't really pay attention to this match. But can we all agree that Heavy Machinery should not have been broken up? Let me know down below in the comment section. But anyway, Ziggler takes control of Gable after a distraction by Roode. Roode and Ziggler work over Gable. Gable tags in Otis, who clears the ring. Otis hits the Caterpillar. Otis tags in Gable. Ziggler sends Otis into the ring post. Gable destroys Ziggler with the Chaos Theory. Roode surprised Gable with the glorious DDT for the win. The winners of the match, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. All I'm saying is this. If Jimmy Uso comes back, I want to see the Usos versus the Street Profits. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind it. The Usos versus the Street Profits. I wouldn't even mind that at all. I would be okay with it. But anyway, Ziggler takes control of Gable after a distraction by Roode. Roode and Ziggler worked on Gable. Gable tags in Otis, who clears the ring. Otis hits the Caterpillar. Otis tags in Gable. Ziggler sends Otis into the ring post. Gable destroys Ziggler with the Chaos Theory. Rude surprises Gable with the glorious DDT for the win. The winner of the match, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on, people. So we get the Intercontinental Championship match. Big E versus Sami Zayn versus Apollo Crews. This was the best thing on the show. This was fantastic. This was probably the best thing on the show right here. So it says Big E slams Crews. Sami Zayn attacks Big E from behind. Big E sends Zayn out of the ring. Crews lands multiple German suplexes on Big E. Crews hits a splash on Sami Zayn and Big E. Big E sends Crews out to the apron. Big E sets up his patent spear through the ropes, but Sami Zayn pulls him out of the ring. Crews lands a dive on Big E. As Big E lays out on the floor, Crews crushes him with a moonsault off the apron. Sami Zayn leaps off the ring steps and clubs Crews. After the break, Big E surprise suplex Crews all over the ring. Big E lands a splash on Crews and Sami Zayn at the same time. Big E flattens Sami Zayn with a splash on the apron. Crews surprises Big E with a drop kick. Crews lands a frog splash off the top on Zayn for a near fall. Crews grabs Zayn for capture suplex. Big E grabs Crews from behind and suplexes both of them. Zayn hits the hula kick on Big E. Apollo Crews pulls Zayn out of the ring as he is making a corner. Apollo Crews press slams Zayn into the timekeeper's area. Crews gets in the ring and walks right into the big ending. Big E pins Apollo Crews. The winner of the match is still your Intercontinental Champion, Big E. This is probably one of the best. This is probably one of the best things on the show. This triple threat match was fantastic. But anyway, we get the backstage. Edge is making his way to the ring. In-ring segment. Edge says he dreamed of coming back home to WWE. He dreamed of winning the Royal Rumble and main event at WrestleMania. He dreamed of winning back something he never lost. Edge says the question now is, who will he choose? Should he choose Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, or Roman Reigns? Everyone he speaks to give him a different answer before Edge can finish through Roman Reigns, Heyman, and Jey Uso interrupts. The question is, why is Paul Heyman staring at Roman Reigns? I don't get it. I asked that question before. Me and TM actually asked that question before. Why Paul Heyman is staring at Roman Reigns? But anyway, let me continue. Edge asks why Reigns brought back up. Roman Reigns says they don't move unless he tells them. Edge says he written space in Roman Reigns' head. Roman Reigns tells Heyman and Uso to leave the ring. Roman Reigns tells Edge to acknowledge him. Reigns demands Edge to say his name. If Edge can't, he needs to go. Kevin Owens hits the ring and drops Roman Reigns with the stunner. Edge smiles as Owens walks away, and the show goes off the air. Like I said earlier, overall SmackDown was a pretty good show. But I do not want to see Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns 3 times. We've seen Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns 3 times already. Are we going to get this match at Elimination Chamber again? We don't know. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed my WWE SmackDown review and highlights, please drop a like on this video. Subscribe to my channel. I'll leave my Twitter, my Instagram, and check that down below in the description. You guys have a great weekend. Big Boy Facts Johnny, and I'm out of here.